Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. We're going to be checking out today a whole bunch of cool stuff that I acquired in the last couple weeks, both through store finds as well as through trades for some of those, a couple of those actually. Lambo sends exotic envy chase pieces there. So I had a total of three. One was traded off, and one I'd consider actually part trade, mostly cash, but with the reduced price that I was asking, plus an extra premium, basically, that I really wanted for my collection. So without further ado, we'll go through those. So basically, speaking of those chases, last visit to my local hunting store, I was right on time for a drop of a couple Hot Wheels items, mostly monster trucks, which I'm not interested in, and also basically a bunch of green light. And I did find a couple cool things. Only picked up one piece for myself. But basically there was a little case of premiums on one of the rollies there, and the manager, which has come to know me now pretty well since I'm there fairly often, did mention that hey, just got some premiums in. I was like, nah, willing to bet that either it's another set of those drag strip demons, or probably some exotic NV2, since they're flooding every single store around my area, and have been in the last month or so. And so I was like, oh, okay, let's check it out. Popped it open. Obviously, exotic envy again. And I pointed out to him, hey, look at that. Another chase. He said, hey, you want one of these? Well, I got three. Okay, well, you want a fourth one? Why the heck not? Might as well. So, hey, Lambo sends a chase number 4, guys. So, 2 were gone. 1 was remaining, and now we have 2 again. I never thought I would even find one of these premium chases, honestly. I'm getting to the point where I almost feel like cracking one open, because they've been raining. I've been extremely lucky with this specific piece, so we'll see what happens. I'm still keeping it aside. I mean, they're pretty good trade bait. First trade that I did actually for the first one, again, was mostly cash sale, but I dropped the price by about 15 bucks Canadian, so as to be able to add this piece to my collection. One of my favorite GT1 class cars of the 90s, the CLK GTR in that D2 livery. I love this thing. Really, really, really nice. I do have a slightly worn, beat up majorette version at about the same scale as this. An old release from the 90s, as well as 1/24th scale, or actually 1/26th scale Maisto assembly line that I did show off on second to last showcase video that you can refer to by checking out the videos on the channel video list. So this one, I mean, honestly, I really cannot find a flaw to this car. Wheels are not exactly on par with the real thing. Real thing has more spokes, but almost like turbine wheels, but this thing is extremely cool. The only little detail that's actually missing on there, that's actually very visible on the card, is that little classic Mercedes bullseye logo that yeah, I can totally understand they didn't include on the cask, because let's be honest about it, it would not have survived. And of course the lack of mirrors. And what I find funny is that on the actual card itself, these are the road going spec mirrors, whereas the race version had wing mounted mirrors, basically. Yeah, real funny, because it doesn't have mirrors either, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's a really, really nice cast. Very nice, you know, classic real race livery, real sponsors. Not as many sponsorship stickers on there as you would have normally seen on the real thing, but darn is this thing cool. Very, very cool. So very happy to add that to the collection. Oh yeah, well, before we get into the other trade, same time as I picked up that Essenza Chase, I did manage to pick up a really cool green light piece, as the green light in majority was being restocked. If we're talking about what was being restocked at the time of my visit, I managed to find another green machine that was really cool. This 19 SRT Durango, extremely nice piece. We're talking about green base, obviously, since it is a green machine. The green wheels. See a little bit of the green also on the tailpipes. Kind of hard to see in this case there, but let's try and find. Can you see it? Yeah, not really. Either way, really cool. This is actually a recolor of another version that I have of this same cast. You know, it's not too far. Let me pull it out for you just to show you the difference. All right, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, got the green machine right here, and I also have a really cool regular version of that same cast. Probably my favorite color that it is available in real life. This Battleship Gray version here. So as you can see right away on the base, you can see the difference between a green machine and a regular version. And yeah, I'm not sure which one I like better. I mean, they're both really, really nice. This one's got the blue stripes. This one's got the black stripes. You know, it's definitely a really, really nice piece. We alternate to get better light here, so you can check out both in a little bit of detail. You know, green light really nailed this casting, in my opinion. Tampos are nice front and back. It's got some black mirrors there. It's got a little bit of silver paint, as you can see on that white version from this angle, to replicate the mirror. True to stock wheels. And yeah, I mean, this is really, really cool piece. I really am happy to find that. And personally, the Durango is definitely probably my favorite full-size 3-row SUV that's for now being produced, currently being produced. You know, and you can get up the, you know, this is the SRT version with the big 6.4 V8, and you can also get a Hellcat version with the supercharged 700 plus horsepower engine in there. So definitely very cool. I prefer this to the Grand Cherokee, honestly. So yeah, the really cool, really cool find, which I'm really happy to add to the collection. I mean, I'm really starting to get a fancy for these green machines since I've been finding a lot of them. I mean, I can't even count anymore how many I've found. I'm leaving some behind. There was actually two other green lights when I stumbled upon this one, a Nissan Patrol, an old Nissan Patrol out of the Smokey Bear collection, which honestly, I don't know, not my thing. And another one, the I forget the name there, but the military line of casts that Greenlight has put out recently. There was also a little Willys Jeep, closed Willys Jeep, closed version of the Jeep that was also in there. But I digress. Already we're going on 10 minutes. Don't want to peruse too long, and we're going to go through the second trade that I did for one of those Essenza Chases. I managed to pick up a very nice trade. In my opinion, I think this is pretty much fair if we're talking about the actual value. And, you know, despite it being probably a lesser value, if we're talking about how much these chases go for on eBay, you know, I did manage to pick up a full Boulevard set, number 66 to 70. So this set right here, the whole set, including the infamous Liberty Walk skyline. So very happy about that. Just check them out quick. I mean, this is nothing new. It's been reviewed quite a few times. I'm just happy finally to get a few extra Boulevards, because Boulevards have been few and far between here. Not that they're not in store, but they're just gone even before they hit the shelves. I get the feeling. I'll let that be open to interpretation. But either way, let's check out these casts a little bit closer. So we've got, it's probably my least favorite out of the bunch, but GT500 Shelby. Although this is the first premium version I get of it, I dig the livery. Very reminiscent of the Durango with the white, dark blue stripes. I got the number 99 on there. Which is funny because out of the cars we'll be checking out today, this is the second number 99, the first of two number 99s that we're actually going to check out. So very cool. Full tampos, obviously, since it's a premium. Got those black 10 spokes or dark gray 10 spokes. Finally one with the full tampos on the front, which is refreshing to say the least. Dark tinted windows, black metal base. And it's got a cool kind of a track day livery going on. So yeah, and I like the fade on the blue stripes there, so definitely a cool little piece. Next up, we're going to be looking at number 67, which is, out of the set, this is my second favorite. The little Mark 1 VW Caddy, Golf pickup truck. So cast I really enjoy, and this livery is really, really cool. The Porsche Race Support livery matches up perfectly to the VW Type 1 bus that was in the Deutschland Design first wave. So that's going to be really cool to put side by side. I may pull both those out for a future Best in Pairs video. But yeah, really happy to get my hands on this. Chrome 4 spokes. It's kind of cool that they made the fender flares black. Make it look more aftermarket. You've got, some of these versions are really well tampoed from factory. This one is no exception, obviously, it being a premium. And you got a little oil cooler there in silver. All the VW, you got the skateboard that's done on the back too, which is a really cool touch. And yeah, black base once more. Very, very cool cast. Just wish that they added a touch of silver to that twin exhaust on the back there. Kind of lacking. Would have made a nice little touch and offset the oil cooler really well. Front oil cooler. So very cool cast. Still got that cage, kind of cage thing going on through the open sunroof. And definitely a nice one. Very nice one. Next we have number 68, which is the infamous Dodge van. I like the hot rod look, love the wheels, love the flame job. The whole Hot Wheel fire protection, I don't know, a little bit much there. Kind of feel like removing that from the side if ever I crack this open, but overall really cool. Love the fact that, as you can notice on the card, you've got that silver lip on there, which I was like, when they showed first blurry pictures of this, I was like, that's kind of weird. Thankfully, the lip is actually black on the van, so I'm happy about that. Finally, also full tampos front and rear. They always seem to cut out the rear lights because of the 3 passes instead of 4. A couple extra flames on the hood would have been nice, but overall, yeah, really cool gloss black. Yeah, and I dig vans, so it's a really nice addition to the collection. This is right up my alley if we're talking about what I like to collect. So 69, the Lemon Subi, the 22B. Really cool, and this kind of reminds me of the when I used to play a lot of Gran Turismo 4 in the mid to late 2000s. My favorite Subaru in the huge garage that I had assembled on that game was definitely the STI version 6 or 7 Sport Wagon, which is a car I really always liked, the first gen Impreza wagon. So getting a yellow Impreza is pretty cool because, it's one of those odd colors you wouldn't expect from an STI. but that was actually offered in factory. Only gripe I have against this casting, besides again the fact that there's no silver on the exhaust, I'm not sure about the black hood vent. And I mean, the hood vents actually, should I say? I feel they should be color coded in yellow, but I mean, it could be aftermarket stuff, could be a carbon hood, and they left the scoops exposed. Who knows? Wheels work well. I mean, they're nice little wheels. Those gray 5 spokes. I mean, they got lip, which I enjoy. A little bit of concavity there. Yeah, and it's a 22B, so you can't really go wrong. Last but definitely not least for that series, the LB Skyline, the 34 R34 Skyline. Wow, this thing is nice. I like this better, I think, than the red releases. It really screams tuner project car. Well, not project car, really like tuner car, car show vehicle. But although there's the big Liberty Walk stamping on the front there twice, a little bit on the side too, what I really like is the fact that the white really makes it look so clean. Love the fact that it's Nismo livery too, and those same wheels as the Subi, but in bronze, suit this perfectly. The black and white with the bronze contrast works very well. Got a red roll cage in there, which is really, really cool. Again, a nice color contrast. And I mean, this thing is beautiful. Very happy to have this variation. Definitely not complaining about adding a color variation of this one. The Subi, I prefer the first premium version of the cast that was released in the Modern Classics in blue, with the gold lace wheels. But yeah, I mean, again, just these color variations. I'm not overly keen when they're just main lines. But speaking of main lines, I did find a few main lines that are new that I'm going to be most I'm going to be cracking open. One that I'm definitely not going to be cracking open, it would be this really cool 82 Cadillac Seville in the two-tone golden brown. Lace wheels work well. They kind of are reminiscent of the spoke hubcaps, basically the wire hubcaps. And they're used. They use them on the They used to use these on the classic cast Mattel, basically. The Cords and the Packards and the old the Doozies and all those roaring 20s and early 30s cars of pre-war cars. Same thing for like the Troca and whatnot. A lot of variations have the lace wheels like this, and they work really well. And it's no exception on this one. Love the fact that the red interior actually lends itself to the rear lights, which is a classic touch that was very popular in the 80s. And Majorette and Matchbox and Corgi did use that a lot. Technically you have 3 tampo passes on this because of the Hot Wheels logo on the license plate, but again, even if there's no front tampos on this one, it works pretty well in views of the fact that you got a chrome base that lends itself to the front fascia. You got a tiny little sunroof on there too. Very cool, very baroque. It's as if the actual body of this was designed pretty much with an axe. A rear styling is love or hate. Most hate, but you end up hating it so much that you end up loving it at the end of the day the more you look at it. So yeah, I really hope I can get myself an original of this, like an 80s era Hot Wheels Seville. I'd really, really like that. That's definitely on my hit list, and we'll see if I can find it eventually. We're going to move on to a bunch of cars, a few cars that I found recently, as well as a few that I already had in the collection. Again, that, color variations that I don't have loose. 2 that I found very recently. that I had actually, one that I had skipped over, was the GT350 R. I saw this maybe 2-3 times while hunting when this case was just released, and local dollar store just dropped a couple cases of these. They were duds. I believe I was probably first to the drop because the pegs were completely packed, and the day before they were completely empty. Yeah, nothing extraordinary that I found there. You know, I didn't take any of the T-hunts because I already have them. I just picked up 2 casts that I didn't pick up out of this case. This one because I had second thoughts, and, you know, in doubt, you know, bail out. So I pulled the trigger. I mean, this thing is awesome looking. It's just that lack of front tampos that really made me kind of walk away from it. And I mean, the front tampos make a huge difference if you compare these two side by side. I mean, you know, there's such a huge difference. So nevertheless, I picked this up. The reason why I picked this up is because I thought, you know what, I love this. The rear is so well done. If we're talking about the tampos, they're really well done. I mean, why the heck not pick it up, crack it open, and I can just add the front tampos myself. Why not? Why not? So we'll do exactly that. I won't add the tampos there, but I was thinking of maybe doing eventually a video of you know, just adding tampos real time or whatnot there, or adding details real time. You know, just talk about die casts and cars in general while just adding details to casts I like to detail out. I mean, I'm starting to amass a little bit of a list of casts that I'm definitely going to be slightly altering if we're talking about details. So there you go. What a nice color. I mean, I would have sacrificed the stripes though, honestly, to get a front tampo on this. If there was a front tampo and no stripes, I would be over the moon with this. I would have picked it up in a heartbeat. I love the kind of like very glossy gray PR5s. In this color, the PR5s I find look really, really good. And by the way, guys, I'll have to show you, if you want to recolor your wheels, what you can do with these PR5s to actually make them really look better than they look. I'll reserve that for another video. But yeah, no mirrors, fortunately, but overall, extremely nice one. So that'll be detailed out. The one that I didn't find originally, and it's pretty popular cast, but I mean, it was popular at the time. There was like at least three of these today on the drop. The matte black recolor of the 992 GT3 Porsche. So this is the one I'm going to crack open. I'm slowly amassing some loose black castings with which I'd like to do a little car show video with the TSM Mini GT matte and everything like that. Just show off some loose casts that I really like. And this cast is really fantastic. I'm going to check it out a little bit more detail. You know, got the rear tampos, and you got the lensed fronts that are part of the glass portion of the cast. What a beauty. What a beauty. Porsche was a little bit big on the front, but besides that, I mean, it's got everything. It's got the mirrors, it's got the rear tampos, got the plate on the back. I mean, the wings very well replicated, not too chunky either, despite it being cast with the body. Matte black makes it look really mean. You know, the Y5s are not bad looking, not a bad choice. Slight little defect on the front wheel there, but not a big deal. And they're in the same gloss gray as the GT 350R wheels. So yeah, this is a really nice cast. I'm really happy to find that matte black variation. I almost left as this with just this one, but I really wanted to give it a go in detailing the front of that Shelby. So Two other ones are newer ones that I picked up at the same time as the Seville. Both of them basically to crack open. Now this is a recolor of the Aston Vantage GTE. This time with the Gulf livery. First one was in that highlighter yellow. Highlighter yellow I'm going to keep carded, and I'm going to do a little quick comparo eventually with the majorette version. I know that Super JDM Diecast love doing the comparos between two different brands of diecast that produce the same cast, and I love doing that too. Normally I do pairs like that, but you know, we'll see. Probably maybe in a best in pairs video as well. Yeah, this is a really nice one. I wanted to get these because I'm going to be doing a video eventually of cars with race numbers. I'm trying to get as many as possible with 1 or 2 figure numbers starting from 99. Here's my second 99 that I was referring to, and try and include as many as possible going all the way down to 0. So I've got a couple dozen cars already amassed on that front. Obviously I do not have number 99 to number 0, but I will definitely have number 99 now. And I'm only doing Hot Wheels, and I'm only doing loose, no carded cars. So putting some rules for myself for that specific one, specific showcase. This is really, really well done front end. Love the fact that the actual Hot Wheels logo is left very minute, just with that race number basically below the 99 on the hood and on the doors. And you got the Gulf going on there, and I love the fact there's a big Michelin logo on the side with the Michelin man there. Obviously the rear is very bare, but you know, man, this is a cool, very cool car in real life. It's a good looking race car. Not sure if it's that successful though, but yeah, it's definitely a nice one. Another one that we're gonna check out, last newer one that I picked up, and another one that's really wanted to crack open because I don't have a version loose of this cast, and I really want a detail one as well. It's gonna be this really cool Hemi Challenger. This is one of these muscle car casts by Hot Wheels that I find is so well executed stance wise. We're talking about just a slight amount of rake and a big amount of low, which is basically what you want in a muscle car. So again, you know, a lot of detail lacking, but love the color of this. It's got the Steelies with the I guess white line tires or white rim. I don't know, not exactly sure, but yeah, got the Mopar on the door. Little Dodge on the side with the Hot Wheels flame, that white stripe that complements the white on the Steelies. Typical Hemi striping with the shaker hood or ram air hood, you know, with a Hemi specific scoop. The hood pins are done. You know, you got a few details. The gas cap is done as well. Door handles got a touch of silver on them, although it doesn't show very well on the lens. Yeah, just lacking details basically. Front definitely, and rear as well. That'll be fun. It'll be a fun little project. I'm probably gonna add a touch of detail also to those the turn signals. But yeah, look at that. Look at the stance of this thing. This is like perfect stance if we're talking about a muscle car, resto mod muscle car. Really like the stance on this thing. I've got a couple variations of it. I mean, I've got the one from Stars and Stripes, and I have one in a multi-pack exclusive blue one as well, but that's in a 3-pack that I'm actually gonna probably be selling or trading or something like that. So one that I really wanted to get a loose version of as well is the Liberty Walk R35 GTR. This is the second release, I believe. First one being blue, or maybe this is the first release and the second one was in blue. Same tempo org and everything. And eventually I'm probably going to free the Mountain Drifter ER34 Liberty Walk. And this will look great with it, basically. So, yeah. And this is as mentioned, first or second color wave of the first release. And what I really like about this one, it's one of those rare mainlines that are not part of a semi-premium line that actually get full tempo passes, 4 tempo passes. So you got the sides here. Got the rear, which is sorely lacking on later releases. The rear lights and the logo, license plate with the Hot Wheels logo as well. And that front pass, although a small one, is still there with that GTR grille. Of course, lensed fronts that are part of the glass portion. Yeah, no, again, I'm noticing more and more of these. No A-pillars. Just, you know, the plastic that's, it's got mirrors, wings, not too chunky either. I mean, this is a really, really good cast. For a mainline, it's tough to beat, honestly. Very tough to beat. Love the fact that this thing is right-hand drive. It just looks it looks the part. So, very happy about that. Starting to get a very nice little lineup here. One that I really wanted to liberate from its packaging as well. Actually, you know what? We'll just move this over. We'll do the newer stuff, and we'll just put like a more classic stuff on that side. This is one that I did not have a copy of loose, and that I really wanted to get loose because, again, it's a very small amount of details that'll make this cast absolutely perfect. Talking about this really cool 49 Ford F1. Look at this color. It's so good. So good. Kind of like a pale green, slightly silverish and bluish hue. You know, aero disc, but I mean, I don't know. On this one, it works kind of, I find, personally. That slammed pickup. And it's got really good details, too. Oh, wow. That one came apart real easy. This is an older release, eh? So, talking about 2018. So, 2019 on the pegs. 2018 license. So it is lacking a little bit of front bright work, you know, lights, the trim on the hood and everything like that. But I mean, it's got the Hot Wheels Legends logo on the side. Got some cool pinstriping also that you can see on the fenders. And the rear is done on this one, which is really cool. You got the Ford emblem in the middle of that tailgate, and you've got the lights that are done as well. Just 2 little red spots there, but it makes all the difference. Love also the trapezoidal shaped exhaust cutouts there. Give it a little resto mod look. And again, this is just one of these castings. They did the stance right on this one. Look at the stance on this thing. It's low and almost like a little bit of a reverse rake. So, yeah, it looks really good. Parking next to the other green car right here. Definitely a different shade of green, eh? For sure. And last but not least, another cast that I don't have loose, surprisingly, I noticed that I don't have it loose, is, you know, for any Fast and Furious fan, this is like a cult classic. F-150 Lightning. This is the first release in that champagne gold. I do have the premium version of this. I don't remember the collection, but it did kind of come out. I'm not even sure what it's what the series is called, but you know, I've got my premium already carded, so I thought, hey, why the heck not crack this one? Get this one loose. Since I don't have the mainline red version, I got rid of through a trade, and the Fast and Furious version that I have, I'm definitely not cracking open, at least for now, until I get to the cracking some more premiums, which I'll eventually do. I know Jake from Strictly Diecast definitely has inspired me to crack a lot of cars, and definitely I want to get into premiums. I mean, inspired by his premium showcases there, and I think that that'll be fun to do eventually once I get into once I get some nice displays going on, so I can properly display those premiums as they deserve. So there you go. That's my last little crack of the day. So Free It Friday means I'll wish you a great weekend. Have fun, happy hunting, all the best of luck on the pegs. Stay safe, of course. And yeah, if you enjoyed, like, follow, subscribe. Till the next one, I bid you farewell, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.